It's 6 o'clock, so we'll call the meeting to order. I want to remind everyone of the City of Perry staff's core values. It's a strong work ethic, problem solving, community oriented, shows professionalism and integrity, is a team player, is accountable, and is a good steward. So can I have roll call, please?
Shelley?
Yes.
Mahler?
Yes. Yes.
Walling?
Yes.
Klein?
Yes.
Andor?
And then you need the approval of the meeting agenda.
I make a motion, we approve the meeting agenda.
Second that.
Okay, any discussion on that?
Nope.
Okay. Roll call?
Klein?
Yes.
Andor?
Yes.
Shelley?
Yes.
Mahler?
Yes. Yes.
Walling?
Yes.
Okay. Next up is the consent agenda. It consists of the minutes of the December 1st regular city council meeting. There are 6 payments for contract services, 5 to Bolton and Mank, 1 to Eocene for the total of $24,872.55. Claims register and financials of $319,247.37, and we have no licenses and permits. So could I have a motion, please?
I make a motion, we pass the consent agenda.
And I'll second.
Okay, any discussion? Okay, roll please.
Walling?
Yes.
Shelley?
Yes.
Mahler?
Yes.
Klein?
Yes.
Andor?
Yes.
Okay, we'll go on to the city administrator's report. Sven.
All right, 2 topics tonight. One is the downtown project. I think just in the last couple of days, the concrete folks were back pouring some of it. With the weather this week, they should be able to get more concrete poured, hopefully tomorrow. And most of that should finish up the drive lanes and parking areas. Then hopefully just kind of finishing up some of the sidewalks, but hopefully early next week, with the weather holds out and it's nice like it's supposed to be, hopefully we can open that alley up sometime next week for traffic. And then we'll hang out for the rest of the winter till spring, and then we'll get going again. So nice to get a little bit of a break in the cold and the snow to be able to get that buttoned up and put back together. Then more just kind of a update. We just got the 60% plan set from Bolton and Mink for the Sumas Avenue project. So staff is reviewing that right now. Believe we're hoping to bid that kind of in the February timeframe. So once we get through 60% plans, we'll get 90% plans. That's kind of our final go through. And then they'll do the final plans for us to put out to bid. Kind of connected one thing right now with Sumas Avenue and the intersection, we are planning and designing for sidewalk and trail on one side or the other of Sumas Avenue and connecting to the intersection. Also in our TIF work and debt that we're looking at coming up in the next few months, we are looking at certifying some TIF for a sidewalk connection, a wide sidewalk connection from 18th Street, where we'll have the TAP project that we were awarded a grant for, I think last year. That'll come down Iowa Street and then up 18th Street from Iowa to Warford. We're going to be looking at using some of that TIF to do sidewalk from 18th Street out to the Willis 141 intersection, which would then connect through that intersection and over to Sumas Avenue. So kind of big picture on that. Connected to the work session with Perry Economic Development on sidewalks out at the industrial park. Trying to get that scheduled. We just heard over the weekend. Just getting so close to the holidays, they'd like to look for dates after the first of the year and when we get through the holidays. So just wanted to make note of that design plan and project plan as we're working through those plans and specifications and also through the debt process, just so that we're all on the same page that our project is moving forward with sidewalk and trail to that side.
Question I have, we take the Iowa Street, will it go along the north side of 141 then over to Willis?
Like from Iowa Street to Willis, I would say it's a possibility, but probably a down the road
Mhm.
thought or plan, but it could be something we look at in the future. This would be along Willis Avenue from 18th to Willis.
Okay.
So really just kind of trying to make those connections as we have large employers coming in and looking at previous planning we've done over the past 10+ years.
Mhm.
Just trying to fill in some of those connections with funding as it becomes available. So,
So it'll go along Willis.
yep, along Willis
18th.
and then connect out into the industrial park and then really on 18th that connects all the way up to North Street. And then through parks and all that. So
Great.
then there's really just a gap between 18th and 8th Street. Some of it does have sidewalks. There's some gaps, but that would probably be the next section to look at least in that corridor. There's also other areas in town that we need to look at sidewalks and or trails as well.
Did we ever get anywhere, with the overhead lines on the alley of downtown project?
You're filling in for Jeremy tonight. We did get some information from Alliant Energy, and Jacob and I just walked what's done of that alley project this afternoon. So we're gonna get back with Alliant in the next couple of months to figure out what could be done in different scenarios to start next spring. So, but that would be likely additional costs that we would need to come back to city council and discuss. So.
Then over there in the bank parking lot, the Wells Fargo Bank parking lot, there's a fire memorial, the bell there. Is that
Yep.
bell gonna remain there? Is it's there?
So in the plans, it's kind of redesigned, but there is a kind of area for the bell and informational plaque that is there now. It'll be removed during construction and then as part of that parking lot project, the overall project, but around the parking lot, there will be a space that has the bell and other memorial information or history information.
Good.
And that was planned and designed in conjunction with the fire department, so. Back whenever we started this, right? So. Any other questions?
Thank you, Sven. I'd like to start off mayor comments with thanking the city staff again for their work on snow removal. It always is the weekend. I don't know why, but every weekend they got to go out and plow, and they've done a great job, and thank them for their efforts. I also want to thank the police and fire department personnel. They did shop with the cop and served quite a few, I think 21 kids, 18. To any of them. So they take time out of their schedule to take the kids out and help them shop for their entire family. And I helped wrap presents, so hopefully they don't fall apart before they get open. But it was a successful event. So thank you for that. Any council comments?
Just want to thank all the people involved with Nudgers for the opening of the Morgan Building and the open house. Beautiful event.
Looks great.
Yeah.
Then we'll move on. So we're up to open forum. Speakers will be asked to step to the microphone and state their name and address for the record. And you will be given 3 minutes to address the council. Are there any open forum requests?
Good evening. My name is Adriana Jimenez of 1204 Ash Street, Dallas Center. And I'm here to talk a little bit about my Girl Scout project. I was here prior to talk about the same project, and it's 10,000 Steps to Wellness, installing signs along the bike trail that measure out those 10,000 recommended steps. And I'm at the point of the project almost done, just finishing some of those last few touches. So we do have at the moment 5 signs already out on the trail along kind of near starting at Caboose Park and heading that way north. But I have approached one conflict. Our start sign, which is like right in Caboose Park, in city limits, when installing the signs, you know, I have to get permission and have it cleared by Iowa One call, the one dig number. And I don't have super great pictures. I will leave you guys with these. But it was marked up saying that there are a lot of things underground there causing, you know, not a great place to have the pole installed. So our thought was to go on the other side of that brick building on the south side. And I'm just here tonight because it's in city limits, so it's really your decision where you would like it. So for that first start sign, my thoughts were, there are a few signs and posts already installed there, on the south side. My thought is maybe I can just put the sign itself on the back side of the post. Just some positives with that. It is now December, so it will be hard to install a whole other post just because the ground is probably frozen by now. And also with a whole nother sign being installed, I can imagine it will probably be harder for people to mow around that area. Just things like that. So I just wanted to get your guys' opinion on where you wanted that one last sign, and yeah.
I did share her information with Sven and John and Mike with Parks and Rec, I think last week sometime. So John and Mike should be reaching out. I think Sven had talked to them on that. So yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for thinking of our community. So. Okay, any further discussion on that? Are there any other open forums? Okay, being none, we'll move into old business. Item A is a resolution certifying the population of voluntarily annexed territories in the city of Perry. This we talked about and approved at the last meeting. It's Eddie Diaz's property out at the industrial park, and we had that little weird shaped area that was not part of the city. And they came back and said, we have to certify the population there before they will let that annexation take place. And we verified that no one is permanently camping out there. So it is 0. So they have a motion, please.
I make a motion, we pass the resolution certifying the population as 0 on the voluntarily annexed territories in the city of Perry.
Second, man.
Any discussion?
So the Secretary of State did respond to our request and it has been filed in their office. So this is the last step. Oh, it's not the last step, but
Close to the left.
close to, yeah, last step for the annexation portion of it. It will go through a rezone because when anything comes in, it automatically comes in as agriculture. So that little tiny triangle will need to be rezoned to what the rest of the property is.
Okay, any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Walling,
Yes.
Andor,
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Mahler,
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Okay, item B is approval of GAX number 16 for the CDBG contract number 23 HSGU 004, the amount of $14,112 for the Nudgers project that we discussed a little bit ago at 1306 2nd Street in Perry. And it's getting pretty close to being one of the final ones we'll have to do. So have motion, please.
I make a motion, we approve GAX number 16 for CDBG contract number 23 HSGU 004.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? Okay, roll call, please.
Klein,
Yes.
Walling,
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Mahler,
Yes.
Andor,
Okay, item C, approval of pay application number 2 for the downtown improvements phase 1 project. in the amount of $39,006.56 to TK Concrete, Inc. And this has been signed off by the engineers and recommended for approval. So could I have a motion, please?
That we approve pay application number 02, the downtown improvements phase 1 project.
And I'll second it.
Discussion. Jacob.
So Sven took most of the words that I had to say, but you will see there's a lot of concrete blankets out there insulating the ground just to make sure that we do keep it maintained for pouring the concrete. Both east and west sides of the alleyway, it sounds like they have planned for tomorrow, and then they'll start on Lucinda with the sidewalk connections, hopefully later this week. Like Sven mentioned, hopefully we get the cure time with the nicer temperatures and get it open back up, get the snow out of there, so Public Works can continue to do their thing with hopefully not much snow the rest of the season, so.
Good. Okay. Thank you. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Andor,
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Mahler,
Yes.
Walling,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Okay, item D is a resolution authorizing the signing and acceptance of the Iowa Department of Transportation Federal Aid Agreement for the City Highway Bridge Program Project. Again, we discussed this last meeting, but this is to approve us moving forward with that. They will give us a maximum of $1,500,000. And we have a, is it 10%? Engineering.
Just the engineering costs,
Okay.
which are around $200,000.
Okay. And the project's estimated at 1.375, so the 1.5 should be adequate. So could I have a motion, please?
I make a motion to pass a resolution authorizing the signing and acceptance of the Iowa Department of Transportation Federal Aid Agreement for a city highway bridge program project.
I'll second.
Discussion.
So I think we kind of discussed a little bit of this at the last council meeting, but this is through the Iowa DOT's bridge program. Really driven by the ratings of the bridges around the state. Hopefully, we'll be able to go through the process with this bridge. I believe the funding window is 3 years to close out the project. But it's most likely that the bridge in Patty Park on Park Road or Harold Bailey Way, whichever map you're looking at, will still score that we could potentially do the same funding mechanism and same process next year about this time. So we'll be able to work with the DOT on that. But yeah, great opportunity for 100% funding of the project cost with just our portion being the engineering.
Cool. And the new bridge will be wider than what's there now? It's
I
pretty
will-
narrow right now.
I will defer to the engineer.
It's pretty narrow.
It is. We'll have to bring it to current standards for lane widths, and we'll also look at exploring options for pedestrian crossing on that.
Great.
We're already looking at even material options. We understand aluminum is like we use on Willis is going up in price. So we're kind of doing all that right now, exploring what options, what makes the most sense there. But yeah, we'll have to look at lane widths as well as pedestrian movement.
Okay. Yeah, that bridge is pretty dangerous when there's two cars passing on it.
I'll look underneath it.
For the discussion? Roll call, please.
Walling,
Yes.
Andor,
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Mahler,
Yes. Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Okay, that does old business. We'll move on to new business. Item A is a resolution approving the fiscal year 2027 5-year airport capital improvement program. This is for the Federal Aviation Commission and have to do it every year. So could I have a motion, please?
I make a motion, we approve resolution approving the fiscal year 2027 5-year airport capital improvement program.
Second that.
Discussion.
So every year thing that we work through, this is a lot of the heavy lift is done by Bolton Mink to kind of put all the projects together. lot of consultation with the airport commission, and the projects going on. Ultimately, city council approves this and then it gets sent to the Iowa DOT and FAA for their files. They've also been reviewing this as we've been working through it together. So all of this, kind of subject to funding on the federal level, and some state funding grant applications in the future, things like that. But definitely kind of moving out of the runway taxiway project and looking more at building up the infrastructure on the land side, with room for additional hangars to take advantage of the extended runway and opportunities to get additional aircraft at the airport. So, and then just general kind of airport operations, flow, things like that.
Does that include the road coming off of the 141 to the airport?
The
The improvement?
No, not in this plan, but 2024, we did overlay that road and then kind of expand part of the parking lot in front of the terminal building to have more parking, and just kind of instead of that circle drive, the center is all now parking. So.
We've been, so this plan uses up, oh, I'm sorry, this is
Garrett's
Garrett
here.
with Garrett Jacobs with the Mink. I'm sorry.
Came
Sven
out of
took
nowhere,
most of the words
Garrett.
right out. Sorry. So the first project in 27 is intended to use up a lot of the remaining IIJA funds, it's a program that was started in 2022. It's been used for design of the parallel taxiway 4,000-foot section, as well as the snow removal equipment, the tractor and snow blower. So intending on using that for both design and construction, as well as applying for an Iowa DOT grant come this May. Been working closely with the FAA and DOT to try to help everyone understand the timeline of the plan for that. But things seem to be settled down now and everybody's on board. But yeah, in short, Sven said it best. Trying to build up basically the land side, storage facilities from here on out. That's kind of a push that the commission's been going after, is to start developing now that the runway's done, everything else. So looking at future growth, and then that'll kind of lead us into a master plan here in a couple of years.
How many hangars does that? This plan?
So that first project, if you scroll down to the next page, and then it's going to be over on the far left-hand side. So this is just one of the many renditions that we've been working on with the commission to figure out that it's basically a 7-acre parcel that's currently just row crops and has been for years and years. That's outside the building restriction line. How can we best fit everything in there with separation between buildings, separation for taxi lane object-free areas. So this is just one of the renditions we came up with, but in all of them, this area that's shown in the green and blue, of course, there's green, blue, blue, and red. The area that's colored is the one thing in all the exhibits that really never changed. And so it was a logical path to make this the first spot for constructing a taxi lane. So the DOT, they are very apt to provide funding for stuff like this, especially when there's more than one user. The term exclusive use is, sorry. In short, this can provide about 4 hangars right now. There's 3 50 by 50 hangars and 60 by 60 shown there. But this could also be grouped together in many different ways. I know the city they built it was 100 by 50 hanger. So it was 2 50 by 50s put together here, I don't know, 6-7 years ago. And so you could do something like that in this area as well. Can you guys still hear me okay? My computer is doing something weird.
It's cutting in and out a little bit, but your cat is coming through loud and clear.
Okay. In short, yeah, this doesn't provide hangars. It provides pavement for people to build hangars. We've got letters of intent from pilots that want to build, and the ground lease templates set up to allow them to do that. So again, landside or storage infrastructure.
There was also a project for replacing or moving the fuel depot. Is that something just to free up the space, or is that a
Yeah,
hazard problem or
ties into development. Ties into development of that face of the apron, whether or not that's going to be a new large hangar or a new terminal building. It kind of getting it out of the way. A DOT will participate in that. FAA will not. So we've talked with them about using funds for that project and trying to find the best feasible location for that fuel farm as well. Because right now it does provide or creates congestion, especially if you have a larger aircraft sitting there. And then larger aircraft trying to get to their hangars on the eastern side of the field.
yeah, thank you.
I think also part of that is separating the jet fuel fueling area from the avgas or general aviation fuel. Sometimes there's just congestion, and that's kind of a good problem right now, but being able to put those in different places allows the jet aircraft to fuel while general aviation is fueling. Just for some backups here and there. Also, where the fuel farm is right now, it's right on the ramp. So if planes are parked sometimes, it's hard to get around the ramp where planes are parked to get to the fuel, like Jacob mentioned, or Garrett mentioned. They also sometimes with the taxi lane right there to get to those other hangars, sometimes they have a trouble getting around to from. So, and every time I start typing Jacob's email address, Garrett Jacobs pops up first. So Garrett Jacobs and Jacob get me confused. So.
Further discussion? Okay, have roll call, please.
Klein,
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Mahler,
Yes.
Walling,
Yes.
Andor.
Yes.
Okay, item B is resolution making council appointments for the Beaver Creek Watershed Management Authority. So the representative for 2026 has recommended that we put Mike Peterson be reappointed as Perry's representative and John Andor being his alternate. That motion, please.
Motion to approve resolution making council appointments for Beaver Creek Watershed Management Authority.
I'll second that.
John Anderson.
Anderson.
And
Andor wants to go to any more meetings.
Okay.
And there is actually a typo on this. It used to be Josh Webker and Mike Landels, but through further discussion, they thought it would be best with some of the training and everything that John and Mike have been going through to have them on this board. So this is actually a new appointment. This will be their first year on that. So that's what I get for copying and pasting from prior years.
For the discussion. Okay, roll call.
Shelley,
Yes.
Walling,
Yes.
Mahler,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Andor.
Yes.
Okay, item C is resolution making council appointments for the North Raccoon River Watershed Management Coalition. And this one is recommended that we reappoint Josh Webker as for the fiscal year 2026.
I make a motion, we pass a resolution making council appointment for the North Raccoon River Watershed Management Coalition.
No, second.
Any discussion? Josh, you happy with that? Okay,
Happy as can be.
roll call, please.
Walling,
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Mahler,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Andor.
Yes.
Okay, with that closes our regular meeting. We do have a closed session that we have to discuss, so we'll ask everyone else to vacate the premises. and-
So it doesn't actually close the meeting. We're just going into a closed session. So,
Real.
yep, I'll need a motion in a second. And when you do that, I ask that you please state which code section.
Okay,
I make a motion that we go to closed session pursuant to Iowa Code 21.51C.
To discuss strategy with counsel and matters that are presently in litigation or where litigation is imminent, where its disclosure would be likely to be.
Or disadvantage the position of the governmental body in that litigation.
Thank you.
I second that.
okay.
Hold on just.
Roll call.
Yes. So I have us going into closed session at 6:30. Walling,
Yes.
Andor,
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Mahler. You still there, Jeremy?
Nope. He's silent.
Did he get?
I don't know if you guys called my name. The
Yes.
connection got weird there for a second. Yes.
Okay, you're good. All right.
Liz, do you need me to hop on this other link that you forwarded to me?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Give me
Okay.
just a second and I'll switch that around.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
We have to have a motion to go into closed session.
You just do that? We just did. Thank you.
I will throw that back. Right.
Yep.
Oh. All right.
This is the one that said reporting, but
And waiting.
Okay, do we need another roll call or?
No.
Nope.
No.
Okay,
So-
so I would just entertain a motion to adjourn, there being no further.
Oh, we will close our regular city council meeting at 6:52. Thank you, Jeremy.
Okay. Gil, appreciate
You're
it.
welcome.